The first step to playing the oboe is to place the reed in a container of water. The container should be about the size of a Dixie cup, and the water should come up to the wrapping, but not up over the wrapping or up to the cork. While the reed is soaking, you can put together your oboe. Start with the upper stack, which has the hole on the top for the reed, and the cork on the bottom, and the lower stack. Now on these you'll see bridge keys, which are these straight keys right here, that these ones stuck up on the lower stack, that they line up. Now when you're pushing them together, I find it helpful to push on the top and on the bottom so that I'm not pressing the keys down so they don't break. And then they're lined up. And then I take the bell and I push that on the same way. Now the bell's got two holes, one on either side, and those should be on the sides of the oboe. So the holes are right here where my thumb and pointer finger are. Sit up straight and hold the oboe with your left hand on the top underneath the octave key until you need it, and with your fingers curved as much as possible. Especially with younger players, their hands are small and they need to keep their hands curved as much as possible so as not to press the octave key down when they're not playing that high. The right hand should go on the lower stack with the thumb underneath the thumb rest and the fingers curved so as not to hit keys. When you're playing the oboe, it needs to be at about a 45-degree angle. For the embouchure, curl the lower and the upper lip over the teeth and place the reed on the lower lip and then close the lips with pressure on all sides, similar to using a drawstring bag. The sound of the oboe reed is created by the air you're blowing, making the reed blades vibrate back and forth like so. When you crow, which is playing just the reed, it should be a C, the pitch of a C when you're on the tip of the reed. But if you push it all the way in so that you're crowing with your lips over the wrapping, then it crows multiple pitches. Never use a fiber cane reed and avoid buying manufactured reeds. You want to get reeds that are handmade, either from a company that makes them handmade or a college professor or college student who makes their own reeds. I also strongly encourage lessons for oboe students. When you're articulating on the oboe, you pull the tongue back away from the reed. You don't go in and touch the reed. It's already on the reed and you pull it away. Start with the syllable T. The tip of the tongue should either be directly on the reed at the top or just underneath when it's in your mouth. Another common problem is too much of the reed in the mouth. You just want the tip of the reed, and sometimes when you've advanced into playing more, you're going to have more of the reed in your mouth, but not for now. Remember to say T. When you want to play legato, that means more connected. Let the tongue stay on the reed only for as long as it takes to interrupt the air. And then when you need the articulations to be more separate, then the tongue stays on the reed longer, because the sound occurs when the tongue is pulled away from the reed. So to make the silence in between, it needs to stay on the reed longer. So you're going T, 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 and then your tongue returns to the reed. That's the basics of playing the oboe. Remember to never leave your reed in the oboe when you're walking around because they're very delicate. Most oboe players walk around with it in their mouth. For now, I'm going to put mine away. Keep your reed in a reed case so it doesn't get moldy. An Altoids tin with holes punched into the top is good. And then to take the oboe apart, just go in the backwards order of how you put it together. And remember to not push the keys down in ways they should not be pushed down so they don't break. Have fun!